And who would you say has been the biggest inspiration in your life?
Oh, inspiration? Well, probably my dad, for sure. My
Mm-hmm.
dad was a pretty successful businessman, went through tough times, for sure, in early days, then became quite, as I said, a significant businessman with a national company. You know, he had a very strong work ethic, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I got some of my work ethic from him. You know, he's a smart man, but you know, again, he didn't portray that he was smarter than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
was, you know, thoughtful and no airs of
Mm-hmm.
importance, that sort of thing. So I think those are some of the things that I've probably gotten from him.
Mm-hmm. And what's your vision, Scott, now moving forward? What are some goals that you are working on? What are you reading, learning, listening to?
Yeah, so professionally, what I'm looking for is to an opportunity to help. You know, over the course of the last many months, I've been doing, we'll call it consulting because I'm not getting paid for it, but it's been, you know, working with, in some cases, a consultant, and in other cases, an organization that's looking to navigate their way through the healthcare system. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing some connecting of people, exploring things there. So I'm looking for opportunities to help and lead organizations to new levels of performance, really, and improvement. Personally, one of the things I have done for many years as a hobby, really, is the piano and the king of instruments, the pipe organ.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so well, the pipe organ is unfortunately not accessible, but I do have the piano at home. So
Mm-hmm.
because of work commitments, I've really not been playing the
Mm-hmm.
piano very much. So I've been really working on getting back to a level of proficiency I once had. So I've been working on that, and I'm doing pretty well, actually. I'm actually playing pieces that I haven't played for years, and
Wow. We'll get to hear you, or, you can do a video for us.
yeah, not yet.
That's awesome. What advice, Scott, do you have for ambitious leaders who are looking to grow into your shoes?
Well, I think it's a combination of build your networks, build those relationships, and it has to be more than about spending all your time doing that. You actually have to deliver
Mm-hmm.
results,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do it in a way that is, respectful, basically, of other people. Help others as they
Mm-hmm.
need it,
Mm-hmm.
and deliver results in an appropriate way that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, you know, trample over people.
Yeah, yeah. It reminds me of this quote by Zig Ziglar who says, if you help enough people get what they want, then you'll get what you want.
True enough.
Now, I'm just going to touch on this subject briefly, but diversity is such a huge area right now, such a huge topic. And healthcare being a female dominant sector, we have more than 75% of our workforce comprised of women, but we don't see the same proportion of women or people of color in senior leadership roles. How do you think we can improve diversity in senior leadership?
Well, you're right. It's a big topic, right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're seeing improvements in some areas, but you're right. Healthcare still in the leadership role still to be predominantly male, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that's changing actually.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be talking to a couple of
Mm-hmm.
leaders, Janet Davidson, Shirley
Mm-hmm.
Sharkey, Connie Pucci. These are all like trailblazers, really,
Mm-hmm.
in their own right. So I think we'll continue to see focus on bringing more diversity into leadership roles, and making sure that the people who are aspiring for that get the coaching, the
Mm-hmm.
skills development they need from existing leaders to advance their own careers and to enable that. Because I think
Mm-hmm.
that has largely been part of the challenge. Is there's been, probably not the right word, but the old boys club, right?
Right, right.
And so the old boys club is dying. So I think there'll be lots of opportunities, but we need to develop and support those aspiring leaders
Mm-hmm.
so that they have the skills and abilities once the opportunities come.
Right. Preparing
So
them for them. Mm-hmm.
well, and that's part of my interest in doing even this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be helpful for aspiring leaders to understand what the art of the possible is and how they can reach out for help and get it.